So Christian's my big
Gabagool
brother.
King, the Gabagool King.
Stop.
I know,
Shout
right?
out, babe. One time, Christian, man. I love you. Fortina, always.
But, you know,
He's
like...
not there at 14 anymore. I love Christian.
Yeah, I mean, he just won the Gabagool.
Wild.
I know,
I
small
didn't know
world,
you know.
right?
Oh, big fan of Christian.
Ruiz was one of those guys that
Yeah.
was kind enough, like I reached out and I was like, hey, look, we do Stoner Dive Eats.
He's
Can you take time out of your schedule to join me for
Yeah.
lunch? And he was like, I would love to show
Yeah.
you dollar pizza, dollar things. And while we weren't able to do it, I want to know what's your best Ruizing vibe meal in New York. It doesn't have to be in Manhattan, but give me that cheap eats, that thing that like...
Yeah, let me think.
Is it Original J's, which is Jeremy's spot?
You got Wohop
Prince?
always, you know, Wohop on Mott Street. Shout out Wohop.
What is Wohop?
Oh, wow. Wohop is the Chinese spot in Chinatown. Wohop, 24 hours. You get duck at all hours of the night. You can get, you know, your chop suey at all hours of the night. Shout out Wohop, legendary. Now, besides Wohop, you got Le Express. Used to live around the corner from them on 28th and Park. Yeah, 28th and Park. And they are a late-night, higher-end French cuisine spot where I would find myself rolling into after 169 bar at 3, 4 a.m. eating escargot.
See, that's my fucking jam. So I did Paris. Shout out to Drew, but we did it during Ryder Cup and Paris Fashion Week. So
Okay.
we were all there for a vibe. And I mean, I knew I liked escargot, but when you have it there and then there's just like 6 foot tall, long, blonde-headed women just walking in front of you.
That's another thing.
And just like $7 million golfers, you know, just walking around you.
You know it.
The vibe is different.
Yeah.
But if you could find a late night Frenchy spot here in town, like we don't have that French cuisine.
24 hours.
But I will tell you, the best French cuisine you can get here is from a Sinhalese sister. They do French, obviously. The Sinhalese have that influence, and so she is an immigrant to America. She has a French restaurant called La French down in the DTC. I swear to God, it is immaculate. Like, I love the croissants and I love all bread over there, but theirs were just as flaky. You know, and
Where?
At La French.
So you're saying, but you loved the New York?
I loved France's French food.
Got
I
it.
don't have a comparison because I did not have New
Sure,
York.
but this is your spot.
But this is my spot. La French, DTC.
Okay.
These ladies hit it out of the park. So that's my only fair comparison of French cuisine.
You'll give me all these names after this.
Yeah, for sure. But I want to make sure that our listeners here too.
Let's let them.
La French. These ladies kill it, and I hate that I'm not drumming off the name, but it's because of our friends over at Shop Callie's with the edible buzz. I'm not
these
as quick
are
as I once
smacking.
was.
What's up with that?
Yeah, I mean, so single source, you're talking about the Drink Ebbs. Those are from the crew over at Taste Buds. So they have those higher end edibles, higher end being milligrams.
Do.
So these guys pack a little more punch. The Noves, which I've been munching on with Chef Michael from Bruto, they just were released from Medically Correct and the Incredibles brand. That team, that's a single source chocolate from South America, 10 milligrams per bite, 100 milligrams per order bar, but it's like 2 bars. It kind of looks like a Twix. But those are only $20. They're cheap as fuck. Shout out to those guys, but that's also why I was a space cadet on that one.
Okay.
So 24-hour cheap French food is not a thing here, but the best French food we got, La French.
Okay.
Right, we're on to the next question.
Let's hit it.
What kind of music do you like? What was the last good concert you caught?
Oh, boy.
And was it here or was it over there on the east side?
Let's think. Favorite style of music's hip-hop, old school hip-hop, Mad Lib,
J-Lib. I mean, I guess if you grew up, you're an East Coast 90s kid. I mean,
East Coast 90s, but yeah, all types of styles of music. Anything from I'm very eclectic. Anything from Jam, you give me the Dead, I'm good with it. I can also go over to 50 Cent, some good 90s, late 90s, early 2050. But a big fan of Travie McCoy, my best friend and my client from Gym Class Heroes, probably my favorite artist.
Gym Class Heroes?
Yeah, that's a throwback, huh?
I did not see that, especially when you led with the hip-hop. I was like, he's going to name some New York artists. Like, I mean, you mentioned the Jay-Z table or the Biggie vibe would have been there. It was ripe for the taking. I just didn't.
Yeah.
So is Gym Class Heroes?
It's always been Gym Class, and now that I'm just such good friends with Travi, it's kind of exemplified that a lot more and kind of brought it out.
Hey, I get it.
Best friend, at my wedding, really good dude. Has a lot coming. We haven't seen a lot from him in about 10 years, but hey, get ready. You're going to see him on a lot of bills for festivals.
Fuck yeah. And okay, so let's talk a little bit of live music, Colorado vibe. Is there a show you're most excited about this summer? I mean, we are the apex. We are the epitome of a live music scene in this state, or in this country. So everybody else can fuck themselves.
That's right. To show you some diversity in my music selection, I'm going to Death Cab for Cutie, September 19th, my birthday show in Red Rocks. So I think it's the 19th or it's something around.
That's a high school throwback.
That's a great, big fan of Ben Gibbard, big fan of Postal Service. So for me, it's special.
Dude, wasn't that band? I mean, in high school, so Death Cab wasn't necessarily my jam. But they didn't suck. I was in college for Sound for Settling, and it hit. Yeah. But the Postal Service. Dude, I mean, back in the days of LimeWire, Postal Service was fantastic. They had a whole album that was CDR'd instantly.
That's right. So that, and then shout out Young M.A., shout out Duck Down Music. That's my family out in Brooklyn. So I'll be going to Young M.A. and Flatbush Zombies. October 31st,
so
Halloween.
You're connected in the music world
Very
as well.
much so through Ethic.
Did you think about pivoting to going into live music, marketing, promotion, branding, and stuff?
I don't know. I'm just...
Have you met my friend Andy Frasco?
I've seen. So I've seen him.
He's the best front man in America. He's going to be... I swear to God,
Where have I seen him?
He's everywhere. He did the dance. He did the dance parties all through COVID. That was one of the most streamed things.
Okay.
He has a podcast that's fantastic.
Got it.
The shit show is fantastic. But he will be. He is a entertainer. He will be a late night show host. Whether it's the paradigm's changing into cable television and things of that nature.
Yeah.
If you want to find a way in, see if you can start working with Andy, because that man is unbelievably
Link me with Mr. Fresco.
Dude, he's the most entertaining person on this planet. I fucking love that guy.
And that's my shit. So if you want to come over to Young M.A., we'll be in the pit for that. So
hey, I'm in.
All right.
It's your birthday. I'll be at every. Look, this podcast is a friendship bonding.
It is, dude. I'm loving this. This is good.
Yeah, we have fun. We shoot this shit.
Yeah, that's what I love about
your most random shit.
And that's what I love about your podcast. No lie, I was listening to a lot of the episodes on the way here just to get an understanding.
Be like, how much shit am I about to get in for?
No, it's just it's. Listen, you got it. There's a lot of bullshit out here in this fucking world, right? And you are not one of them. You're not a bullshit artist. So I love what you do. You're real. You're a real talker. And you do what you got to do, so I support you.
I appreciate the kind words. And, one thing that my parents and my grandparents taught me early, and I think Chris would agree, it may be our Southern thing, is if we don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all.
That's right.
Don't come to us and ask us if, we're not going to post horrible reviews. We're not going to air episodes that make our guests look bad.
Sure.
We're here to promote local business, local entrepreneurs, and not only in our community but nationwide. Now,
love it.
There's enough negativity on the internet.
That's
we're not
right.
fucking here for
I
that.
love it, dude.
Let's have a good time, and we're not here for a long time.
And that's what I love. Absolutely.
Hey, that jersey sucks, but it's all right. Let's go Nugs. Yeah. It's Game 5, and that guy's wearing a Carmelo jersey. It's not my fault.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can't tell who he's cheering for. Shout out to the Joker.
And shout out Topo. They're my friends over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're right over here, huh?
Well, before we get into the last questions of the night, because this podcast has gone for about 45 minutes, so for our listeners, we have about 15 more, so stick with us. Yeah, but before, we'll do all the plugs. Before we get going, though, just a quick reminder, the free market has something for everybody.
It does.
They have a restaurant. They have hand sanitizing, soaps, and body washes. They got apparel for outdoors. If you wanted art that is from local artists, Scott's set up over here, he not only has a display of his lights, but he also is supporting the local artists in the neighborhood. And if you needed a haircut or some dried flowers, they have that for you too. So come on down to the free market. I cannot express it enough. You heard on last week's episode, Chef Michael or Miguel de Leon Ruiz. I think I did that right. He's serving up some of the dankest lunches out of the patio and their dinner at the omakase menu. It's hard to beat. Epic date night. Come spend a weekend down in the free market. All right, last questions of the evening. There's 3 of them, so we're not gone yet. First question of the night. Let's say you had a long night. As a concert, you partied with friends. We'll do Manhattan and we'll do lifestyle.
Cool.
What's the late night snack you grab before either leaving or before you go home and or you have right when you get home?
Yeah, so it depends on where you are.
Let's say if you're in your place
if you're in New York, right,
Yeah,
and so, you get a dollar slice always. That's another thing I
What's
can't
your
find
dollar
out
slice?
here. Oh, it's just your dollar. I mean, there's
Anywhere?
anywhere. I mean, 99
You don't
cent
have
slices.
a favorite?
St.
Like Dave
Mark's.
Portnoy?
St. Mark's has a good spot. I don't know the names because they're just all over the place. St. Mark's has a good one.
What's your thoughts on Prince Street? Obviously not a dollar slice.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Prince Street pizza. I'm a big fan of
Bleecker?
Scars. Scars, my boy. My boy at Scars, hands down, best pizza, or Royal Pizza on 3rd between 39th and 38th. Big fan of it. Nice fat Sicilian slices. Will do you right. I can't find a good place over here, I'll tell you that.
Okay,
Please.
so I know you're not in Denver often, but we have a place called Original J's
Okay.
that operates out of the 715 Club across from Cervantes on Welton Street in
Okay.
5 Points.
Okay.
They have a late night counter window with a patio, so if you
Cool.
want to grab a drink and listen
And
to
a slice.
music, you can. Or if you just want to grab a slice, they have a window on the outside of the
Cool.
bar, so you can grab a slice after a
Yeah,
show
I like
and go.
that.
But they have the solid late night pizza, and the guys that are behind 715 are the same guys that do Rosenberg's
Bagels.
bagels, which
Huh.
are the New York guys, which is,
Yeah.
I think it's Josh Pollock is his name. He's been a guest on the pod, but my brain's so torched, I don't know.
I haven't been there. yet.
Okay, try it. It's called Original J's.
Okay.
But the pizza's inside of the 715 Club.
What is it?
That also has great divey bar music and cheap, draft beers.
What style?
It's a New York
Thin-
style, thin crust.
Thin crust.
If you want a Sicilian style, you got to go to my guys.
Blue Pan?
Blue Pan.
Yeah,
It's
so I
epic.
haven't had it yet. My friend
It's okay.
Alex, shout out Alex from White Label, she's put me on to so many different spots out here until I've
That's
met
it.
you. But Blue Pan, huh?
Yeah, so
Okay.
Blue Pan started out of Telluride as the brown dog, spotted brown, whatever, it's brown dog. We'll be at Telluride next week for those that are listening. Brown dog has Detroit style, but
Ooh, so that's what that is.
it's a Detroit style, but they got a vibe to them. Their Brooklyn Bridge is the sexiest pizza, and it's got a little dollops of ricotta with Sicilian style, where like small pepperoni cups.
Oh, like the Roni
Yeah,
cups.
little
Okay.
guys with a
Okay.
grease pulled, and then a
Alright.
little bit of red on top and a little cheese over
Okay,
that.
I'm gonna try
So,
it.
yeah, Blue Pan slaps. It's easily the best pizza.
I'm
in
just
Denver. But I thought you were looking for that New York slice. That's why I put you on Original J's.
Cool. So absolutely, and so yeah, for sure, late night spots. What did I say? I said
Romas?
I
Or
said
no,
Royal.
Royals?
I said Royal Pizza, and I said
Something with an S. Sloane Street?
Oh man, I'm fried already, boy.
I told you. Shout out to our guys over at Callie's. But yeah, whatever it may be. Go Rockies!
169 Bar is a late night spot always because they have Wu's Wonton around the corner.
You said I forgot
Yeah,
about the
Wu's Wonton King. I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 times. That's the spot you can get like a lazy lobster at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? They'll
What's
fucking,
a lazy lobster?
Well, they'll come out and they'll de-shell it for you, and they throw it on there on the plate with all the
Any hour of the day.
any
God
hour of the day.
damn
That's
it.
why it's New York. And I also love my bodegas, love my chopped cheese. That's what I forgot about. Shout out 125th and Park. Best chopped cheeses on the Upper East Side. Yeah, chopped cheese.
So y'all call that's like the Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah,
y'all
that's a
call
chopped cheese, man.
I mean, yeah, regional dialects, we didn't even have those fucking things. We just call them Phillies, and you could only get them from Lenny's sub
No,
shop.
you get a
bro.
bodega, man. You get a bodega in Harlem. You get a bodega in Washington Heights, 168th and St. Nick. Go in there any hour of the day. Get yourself a fucking chopped cheese. You heard me?
Dude, I fucking love this episode just because I'm envious of the New York lifestyle. And
You're
I can't
coming
wait
with
for,
me in
I
the
know.
fall. That's
We're
it.
going up. We're going up. And if we have to go before Christmas light season, I'm cool.
We'll do it. You stand by me. We got it. No worries.
All right, I love it. Okay, so the guilty pleasure is the cheap cheese pizza on the way out. Right?
It is. It always is. A late night drunk episode. You always find yourself. Or, I had by my shop in the Lower East Side, I was on Orchard Street between Rivington and Stanton. So maybe you'd go to a Burger King on Essex Street, and you'd always find a fight there. You'd always catch a fight on Essex Street.
Have you found any food in Netherlands? Oh, wait, continue the Essex story.
It's a shit show. If anyone knows Essex between Houston. You got to cut that. Between Houston